Well, howdy folks, welcome back to the Eagle's Nest. In this episode, we got the 22 Grendel back out here at the range, doing some load development and some testing. Today we are shooting some 88 grain ELDs from Hornady. So I'm pretty impressed with this cartridge. If you guys have been following my channel, this 22 Grendel is exactly what it sounds like. It's a neck down version of a 6.5 Grendel to 22 caliber. In search of the ultimate DMR cartridge, I'm looking to see the kind of performance we get at 1,000 yards. Now this AR-15 is a custom built AR-15. In the description box below I'll have the details of this rifle, but basically this is a custom chambered AR-15 that I chambered in 22 Grendel. Very heavy profile barrel. I got the gas system dialed in. I put a JP silent capture buffer spring, and I bought the kits for it and got the gas system tuned exactly with the gas system all the way open and got this thing ejecting exactly how I want it. So we got these things loaded up with Hodgdon 4350, and this is another unique thing about this caliber. For those that watch my channel, the 6 ARC really likes the CFE powder and lever evolution. The 22 Grendel also does shoot that. However, since I shoot suppress on this AR-15, I'm kind of looking for a more cleaner powder, more stable powder to begin with. And come to find out that it actually likes Hodgdon 4350. So basically it's like a little mini version of a 6.5 Creedmoor, but in a semi-automatic AR-15. So we're going to confirm zero right now. I got these things loaded up at 29.7 grains. It's a pretty crunchy load. 88 grain ELDs. They're at 2.255 is the overall length. So it is magazine length. And one of the things that I found out with these 6.5 Grendels and 6 ARCs and the 22 Grendel, the mags that it likes that work the best, that seem to perform the best and have 100% reliability so far for me, is these Duramags. These are the 26 round Duramags. Got the blue follower, has a little bend to it, so it almost looks like a hybrid AK mag. So like I said, we're going to confirm zero, and then we're going to do some long range shooting, 1,000 yards, see how this thing performs. We do have some slight wind today. We're looking at about 6 miles per hour crosswind, so we'll see what kind of wind drift we have. Stay tuned. Okay guys, now what we're going to do now is true up the Kestrel with this bullet in this cartridge. Now if you guys aren't familiar with truing up your Kestrel, there is an awesome video that my good friend Ray from the X-String channel has done. I'll put a link in the description below as well as a pinned comment. Definitely check that out. But in the Kestrel, there is something in here called calculate minimum velocity. So that's what we're going to do. It's under your gun profile. You're going to go to where it says MV on your Kestrel. You'll click that, and then where it says cal MV is going to give you a yardage. Now it's telling me on this to be 1,055 yards, and you want to be within 10% of that to get your actual Kestrel trued out. So we're here right now at 1,055 yards exactly, and we got a target down range that we're going to shoot at. We milled that out, and it's telling us about 9 mils. So we're going to find out exactly how true that is. Obviously, you spin up your environmentals first. Definitely calibrate your compass before you do anything, and then go from there. Like I said, if you guys aren't familiar, definitely check out the X-String channel. That's an awesome video on truing up your Kestrel. So let's get to it. So Little Hawkeye is going to be our contestant for this. So we are loading up the mag and testing for functionality. So far, those Duramags are holding up, and we have 3 targets downrange. Let's go ahead and walk it in there. So the first target here, I'll aim at the base. It's about 378. The next target, this one will be kind of hard to pick up. 745, that's correct. And then our last target is way down here, and it's telling us 1,048. So we're within the 10% of what the Kestrel is saying. We're going to aim at that IPSC target first at 745. Let's get the dope for that. So right there, that bottom right corner is my hot spot for my SIG kilos. So there's a little quick test you could do, is set up a target and kind of find exactly where that circle, where your hot spot is. So this one is telling me 4.9 elevation and about 2/10 right for wind. Should be able to catch a bullet trace.
Oh, I thought it's low right.
Low right? Okay, yeah. Come up 5.2. and I want you to hold I say 1/2 mil. Let's see where that gives you. Should be about left side of that plate. Okay, go down to 5, and then I want you to hold 4/10. That looked dead center. Yep. All right, next target, we're gonna go to the 1047 yard. So Kestrel is telling me 9.6. So go to 9.2. Try 9.2, see what that does. And on this one, we're gonna hold 1 mil left. I'm gonna see where that puts you. Come back to 8/10. I think the elevation was good. It looked like it was just left the plate. Really hard to tell.
Oh,
just left of it. Okay, go down to 6/10. I'm gonna give it a try now. So I'm gonna bracket right about 1.
1/2 mil.
I'm gonna hold 5/10. Impact.
Yep. Yeah, that was an impact. Right side of plate. Elevation's good, right side.
Okay. It was kind of struggling at that distance, so I mean, honestly, I won't be shooting this thing past 1,000, but it was holding elevation. Just the windage was kind of left to right, and that's, you know, what happens when you shoot a lighter bullet. We do have about a 6 mile/h crosswind, but it's performing very well. So we're going to go to the Kestrel now and go to minimum velocity, and it was telling us at 1045, put that back in here, 1045, 8.9 mils, or basically 9 mils, and that's where we were. So we got this thing trued out, and I think we are ready to go. So the 22 Grendel, you can see its performance. It is slightly better than the 6 arc. It is more, I guess, harder to reload. Honestly, one thing about this 22 Grendel, I could get a bunch of reloads to work for this caliber. So unlike the 6 arc, I could only get the factory pretty much Hornady black to be as consistent. I am working on some hand loads at the moment with that. But the 22 Grendel, though it requires fire forming, it requires basically having a custom die, which will basically be a 6.5 Grendel, and then you have like 3 bushings. The 22 Grendel seems to be a really good performer. So pretty happy with the performance. I was hoping to get a little bit more velocity, around 2,950 feet a second. But at this speed, you know, guys, we're pushing an 88 grain at 2,855 feet a second. So pretty smoking fast for this bullet, and for a 22-inch barrel, it's going to be a really awesome performer. So I'd like to know what you guys think. Comment below. As of today's results, I think that 88 grain is the way to go. I think we got a good load. What do you think, Chicken Hawk?
Yep.
Is that all you got to say?
Yep.
What do you think of the recoil on that thing?
It's not much recoil at all.
The recoil isn't that bad?
No.
Is it? You think it's less than a 6 arc? What do you compare that to the 6 arc? Since you shot that thing quite a bit.
I'd say almost the same, just a little bit less.
Just a little bit. Yeah, that's what we're experiencing. The recoil impulse, though, we are shooting suppressed. You know, you can see it on video. It's a little bit less than a 6 arc. I mean, it's just kind of a gentle push. Honestly, it almost feels like shooting a 77 grain OTM 223. So that's what I could compare it to. You know, the mags are feeding great. I'm not having an issue with that. And we're just gonna work up the loads a little bit more and play around with some other loads in the future. So comment below, guys. Let me know what you think. 1,000 yards, just over 1,000. AR-15 DMR style rifle, 22 Grendel. Thanks for watching.